Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about why Modern Warfare makes me tilt so much. For those of you that watch the streams on Mixer, I tilt a lot more for Modern Warfare than I have for almost any other COD game in recent memory. Not as much as Fortnite though. Today's commentary is a little bit personal, a little bit introspective, and a little bit philosophical, but more specifically applied to Call of Duty instead of the more broad topic things that we do. And the gameplay you're going to get to see is a little bit of cyber attack and some ground war where I'm going for the mode of destruction challenge where I have to arm so many bombs or capture so many flags in ground war because I want the special like cowboy rifle future DMR weapon thing. I'm just trying to go through these challenges. But anyway, the point of the video is that something is wrong in Modern Warfare. Something about this game makes me tilt a lot, and I'm not 100% sure why. I guess for a long time I was stereotyped as the cool, calm, collected, philosophical guy, and for some of you I'm still that person, or at least I used to be until more recently, probably the last year or two with the health problems and other stuff. My composure has begun to slip, and I've been very tilty and ragey and angry and prone to outbursts and things like that. However, I got that pretty well under control with the testosterone treatments, and my behavior had been pretty good recently. I was feeling good, but the more I play Modern Warfare, the more I get angry, the more I get erratic, abhorrent, aggressive. It really kind of starting to bring out the worst in me. It makes me more prone to childishness as well in many ways. And I thought that this was just Fortnite all over again, but Modern Warfare is doing something different. As an example, here's a short clip of me playing a cyber attack last night. This is literally my first game, 5 minutes in, and look what a salty wiener I'm being. Oh, are they actually cooperating? They're actually cooperating. Weird. Actually, that guy's cheating. That's what's happening. That guy is, that guy has a jitter mod. Okay. Either that or one of the best trigger fingers I've seen in a... What the fuck are you people... So check this out. I'm out here fighting, and there's a guy using pistols, a quickscoper, and another guy just... What the fuck are they doing? I'm sure you guys have seen worse rage clips on, Reddit, Twitch fails and stuff like that, but that's uncharacteristic of me, and that's like immediately after starting playing it. It can go downhill from there. And I think that what's going wrong is that I expect something from Modern Warfare, and that thing is a fun time. I expect to log on and be able to have fun for a couple hours, and that doesn't happen even 50% of the time that I'm playing Modern Warfare. And I know I can feel the YouTube comments flowing here in the past from the future through the quantum entanglement. You guys are already writing that Modern Warfare is trash. Of course you're mad. You should be mad. It's the worst game ever. It killed my dog. It gave my grandmother cancer, and now I'm a vampire, something like that. And sure, if that's your opinion, if Modern Warfare is trash, if it's the worst game ever, sure, good for you. That's the rest of this video explained. But I try to avoid jumping on those kind of bandwagons. I try to avoid giving into that level of negativity. So I'm not going to write off Modern Warfare as the worst game ever made for now, but it does have some flaws. And I feel that the game owes me something, and that the something that it owes me is fun. And that fun that I'm expecting or that I'm owed for my money is often denied. Instead of having fun, I'm constantly getting cheesed by 725 corner campers. 90% of my lobby uses the best known weapons, which is either the M4, it's like 80%, maybe like 10% of people using the MP5. And there's no fun players. Maybe a little bit of riot shielding, that's annoying in its own right. Not a lot of people doing different stuff, not a lot of people having fun. I get killed by lag and weird corner glitches and the broken camera angles or like claymores or something. And another big one is that I can't see enemies in the shadows. This is a big one for me, especially with the giant Elgato light in my face while I'm streaming. When people sit in the shadows, they're basically invisible. And I've been seeing increasingly more invisible enemies posts on Reddit. A lot of you will want to blame skill-based matchmaking, which is fine if you want to do that, but I can, if I want to, I can reverse boost, or I can just go sweat to my maximum ability, and in the low and high skill lobbies, everybody still camps. It's the same thing. And the number one thing that bothers me is that I expect other players to also want to have fun, right? I kind of foolishly assume that what's fun for me is also fun for other people, and like mentally I know that. Emotionally it's not there because I enjoy good gunfights. I enjoy crazy plays, aggressive behavior, fast, twitchy stuff, sweating, trolling a bit sometimes with shields or rockets can be funny, but most casual players just enjoy winning, and that's it. They don't want to experiment, they don't want to push themselves, they don't want to go for big plays, they don't want to have fun. If they can get a couple of kills per match on anybody via any methods, that's fun. They've already won. Sitting in a corner with an LMG, 2 claymores, and a 725 on your back, not going to move for 5 minutes to kill one guy, is satisfying to them. It's fun somehow. It makes them feel like they're doing something or contributing or being good at this game. And these are the kind of players that tilt me off the planet in Modern Warfare. It's probably the majority of my deaths is somebody just kind of sitting there doing nothing, in my opinion. And to me, this is astoundingly unfun and boring. It's boring to do, but it's also super boring to play against. I mean, this kind of gameplay might be more okay if you're playing a Battle Royale game, or if you're playing something like Cyber Attack or Search and Destroy, where you've got one life, that makes more sense. But Domination, TDM, Headquarters, there's no need to set up little fortresses and camp like you've literally got one life. And it makes me wonder, do people really pay $60 to buy COD games just so that they can sit still for 5 to 10 minutes at a time? I mean, I know they do, I see them playing it, but it makes me want to die. It'd make me want to die inside if I played games that way. However, since Call of Duty is a casual game, it's going to promote more casual gamers that don't have the skill level to play aggressively, and it promotes realism, I'll say in air quotes, that playstyle is always going to be popular. And I know that, but mid-game my brain just can't accept how unfun and miserable that is to play against, and it makes me feel two different things at the same time. It makes me feel pity and sadness for the players that have to play this way to get any kind of enjoyment out of their life, and also super angry at them because they're ruining my fun. And instead of having fun and playing COD, they're basically just cheesing other people and making them miserable. The other aspect of this dilemma comes from my own personal problem with Call of Duty since I play the game professionally. Now, I'm by no means on a pro team, but YouTube does pay my bills, and that's primarily Call of Duty. Getting good gameplay in Call of Duty is effectively like getting paid more. Good gameplay is just more money for me. Nobody likes to watch bad players. You guys know that. So there's always pressure to perform better, to do better, and that's kind of one of the reasons I got very tilty at Fortnite and at Apex. Actually, not Apex didn't really tilt me very much. I was usually pretty happy with that game, except my shotgun was the most inconsistent thing. Or say Overwatch, because I was pushing myself to get better. And not just better in overall stats. Many of you would just be like, well, you have a higher KD than me. And I'm like, sure, that's great. I could, if I wanted to, I could boost my KD up to like 4 or something, probably. But I have to achieve this better performance in an entertaining way, which means rushing, playing aggressive, earning high kill streaks. I mean, you can get a 4 KD just getting 4 kills and dying, which isn't so hard. Or, you know, using weird setups or testing something out, learning something about the game, trying to show off a unique strategy, something that's more challenging than just using the best gun and trying to boost your streaks as much as you possibly can. I can't just camp my way to an entertaining gameplay because then the whole channel will die. And as I've said before, I feel like there's a commentary monkey that just sits on my shoulder and whispers to me, rush, push, harder, faster, throw a knife, use a thermite, jump out of your helicopter. Like, you know, just always telling me to do something more entertaining for you guys at home. And while I'm sweating my nuts off trying to do this, I'll just run past a random corner in the middle of nowhere, and there's a guy with an M24, 725, and 2 proximity mines. Poof, poof, pop, pop, I'm dead. And this happens way too many times. It doesn't have to happen very many times at all before I start to tilt badly, but it'll start and it'll just kind of go on all night. And failing to perform or to be good is in many ways a blow to my ego and psyche. You know, some days I just have really bad streaks and bad gameplay at the game, and it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like Modern Warfare is just telling me you're a worthless human being and you don't deserve to breathe. You can't even do the one thing you're supposed to do. No wonder nobody likes you. Everybody else on the planet can do this, but you, the person who's supposed to do it professionally, are a failure. Go kill yourself. It's kind of hard to shake those thoughts. It's kind of hard to get that sort of negativity out of my head when I'm dying by the same nonsense over and over and over, and eventually all that negativity builds up and it makes me angry and it makes me behave badly and just generally lose my composure. And I guess the point of all this wasn't really to complain about camping in Modern Warfare, because I know that everybody knows there's camping in Modern Warfare, but rather that you can't change human nature. I kind of arrived at this conclusion at my stream last night. Not all, but you know, a good number of people are very simple in their goals and pleasures. And if they can get a couple of kills per round, earn a streak every now and then, win the game by any means necessary, it's entertaining. For the majority of players, honestly, even regardless of their level of mental development, winning is good. Win, good. Lose, bad. Do anything to win. And it's always going to be that way. They're never going to not want to win, but I have totally different goals and totally different pressures and financial concerns, and that puts me at odds with 90% of the players in Modern Warfare, and I'm playing unlike the majority of the players in this game. So there's always going to be friction between what I want and what I'm trying to accomplish, and the things that I consider to be fun, and the things that the casual masses consider to be fun that are like kryptonite to me. So as long as I'm playing Call of Duty, I will never be able to escape these kind of frustrations. I'd need to go play CSGO or Ranked Siege or go back to Overwatch or something like that. But one thing I can do is I can try to keep this in mind. I can kind of try to remember what's going on and work hard to better myself so that I don't get tilted as often, so that when I'm streaming I don't be salty and I'm not so unbecoming, and I try to have empathy for the other players that don't get to play professionally, that only get a couple hours a day or week and aren't going to have the skills to rush super hard and go aggressive and, you know, help me get sniper clips and stuff like that. I'm just going to have to relax and realize I'm playing with a very casual game, and it's not a high-tier ranked PC match in some, you know, complete sweatfest. That's the reality. Casual's gonna casual, and that's all there is to it, and Modern Warfare is a casual game. And I just gotta take a deep breath and relax. Namaste. Learned that in yoga. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something interesting about me, the thought processes, Modern Warfare, or just maybe something about self-analysis. If you did enjoy this kind of video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.